people would call me and they would ask me, what do you think about software-defined networking or cloud computing, either one of those? And I would usually have to finesse the answer by trying to be cheerful, because you can't just simply hang up on the phone and say, your baby's ugly, click.
So, when I think about healthcare transformation, health IT transformation, first of all, it starts with the people. So whether you're talking about your security team or you're talking about your leaders, whether it's in the business or in IT, you have to have great leaders, and you also have people that are compassionate and caring in healthcare. We always have to put the patient first. It's not about the technology, it's about the patient first.
The thing that I really enjoyed about today's conversation, especially, is that there's also differences of opinion. Because that is one of the natures of investing as a VC, is that there are going to be differences of opinion. Right? We're making educated bets, and we're hopeful that some of them will work out. And a lot of times, some of them won't. And so that's one of the things that we have to be comfortable with and accept. And the other part is similarly with security, building security programs. Everyone's going to be a little bit different. Every company, every organization is going to be a little bit different. They're all going to be looking for slightly different things as well. And that diversity is what really makes this industry really amazing.
In a small organization, people wear many hats, but as you grow, priorities, budgets, P&Ls, all things get broken up and get segregated or segmented. It doesn't matter how flat people say they are. There are hierarchies in there to make companies function, and they break up into different areas in order to scale. And if you don't have a security champion as you're going through that, it's no one's job.
And so security became a key component of success and viability for companies, because we've all seen the very public data breaches, which have left, not just the city of Atlanta scrambling, it's left companies scrambling, and creates, and sometimes, some suspicion with companies who are dealing with each other, but also with their customers. And so in order to build trust, you have to be building a good security system.
New normal. This is another one that's coming up as a result of COVID-19. You hear it a lot now. We've got to operate in a new normal. I would argue that from a lexicon standpoint, new normal sets the preparedness bar entirely too low. You can't even find it, much less trip over it, because the only acceptable new normal is one that's superior to its predecessor. It's time to dispense with the objectively measurable, fluffy rhetoric and measurably raise America's preparedness bar.
And this is what we have done. We have been circling and attending and visiting all of these assets across the desert from north to south Kuwait. And we have been, doing these awareness sessions of cybersecurity is not about a keyboard. It's not about an email. It can impact lives. The drilling exercises that we have run opened their eyes.
What I would do if it was me, I would take an approach to kind of look at the technology at the hardware layers and look to harden, the different technologies at that lowest level, right? Because again, a lot of the threats that we see today are more software based, right? But, if you harden the technology and you build in, security and encryption at the hardware level, you could mitigate a large portion of the vulnerabilities that are out there.
How much is it going to cost me, and is it going to work? That's all I want to know. I don't care how you do it. I don't care how you make the sausage, just make the sausage.
Not label them as irrational people, right? They're just people who are doing the behavior of perhaps what we perceive as being irrationality, right? So first of all, separating the person from the behavior, because the behavior is not who they are. That's just what they're doing in that present moment.